crack. It's the most satisfying feeling. Your body getting adjusted, bones cracking, stress relieving, and detoxifying. There's only one place where this happens to our bodies. While we enjoy that release, though, what is it that's really happening to our mind, physically to our bodies, and internally to our soul? Are the bones of the skeletal structure actually snapping and cracking in bits and pieces? And how might that happening actually relax us? It's the mighty C word, the chiropractor. According to the Joint Chiropractic, a chiropractic company, a chiropractor by definition is a healthcare professional specializing in the treatment of neuromuscular disorder. Chiropractors receive special care, special and specific adjustment techniques used to adjust one's spine, eliminating misalignments that may cause further health problems. A chiropractor's main goal is to improve the health of the body over a long period of time, but can be used for short-term pain reduction. These professionals are prepared to treat more than just the spine and the neck. They can help with headaches, sports injuries, car accident injuries, arthritis, and many more things, but the spine is always overemphasized because of its importance in our body and its connection with the nervous system. The chiropractor's office is one of many differences. Some people have never experienced the relief that's offered within, and some people have become so immune to being there that they have weekly appointments to be adjusted. Doctors and physical therapists rebuke the growing popularity of chiropractors, and it's not because chiropractors are just rude and ugly people, but rather because chiropractors are taking patients away from them, which essentially is taking money away from them. In today's world, it's a business, and more specifically, it's a what have you done for me lately kind of business. If a doctor is not helping someone with their problems, but a chiropractor is, that patient who's having problems wants to be fixed. So they're going to go see the chiropractor over going to see a doctor. While I can slightly attest to a doctor's point of view and their work, I have an important and growing passion in me that sides with the chiropractor's work. I believe in the chiropractor's ability to help our bodies because I've been to and personally experienced how they can help me, which ultimately has led me to want to take that up as my profession. Chiropractic care is the fastest growing healthcare choice before drugs and surgery, author Terry Romberg states. Terry is a chiropractor himself, and as I was reading his book, he shared this story. One of his patients was a twin brother. One brother was just fine. On the other hand, his patient, Richie, was essentially dying. No, literally, he was actually dying. He had been seen by 17 different doctors because not one of them could agree on a certain diagnosis. Over the span of 7 years, 17 doctors had prescribed 37 different medications to him. The last time that Richie and his family paid a visit to the hospital, they left absolutely hopeless. The doctors at the hospital told Richie's mom that they need to make Richie as comfortable as possible until he is dead. Richie's mom and family obviously didn't take that too well. When Richie's mom took him to the chiropractor as a last-ditch effort, he was on 5 different medications, and one of them was the drug phenobarbital, which helps him with his seizures. Terry accepted the challenge and started performing chiropractic care on Richie. After a few weeks, he said he began to feel discouraged because he saw no physical change in Richie's body. But how could he stop performing work on him when he was dying? That next week is when he said he started to saw the miracle unfold. His parents were slowly winding him off all the medications he had been taking, and all the open body sores that covered Richie's skin had begun healing and disappearing. The most exciting thing was that he was eventually able to wear shoes for the first time in his life while being able to walk into Dr. Terry's office, which he couldn't do when he first started receiving treatment. While that story is amazing and revealing, I tell it for the simple reason that it is proof that improving our spinal structure gives the potential to have a healthier overall body. I've mentioned a few times about how people go and get adjusted, but what exactly does it mean to go get adjusted? According to Healthline, a wellness organization, When viewing a properly aligned spine in a posterior view, the spine should be relatively straight from the cervical region, which is our neck, all the way down to our lumbar region and into our hips. So this right here shows a picture of a posterior view of the spine, and we can see that the spine is straight, not curved as in that like a snake, but it is rather straight from the cervical region into our lumbar region and down into our hips. It is common that you might hear someone say, keep a good posture, but that really just refers to keeping our spine straight. When we look at a properly aligned spine from a lateral view, which is from the side, we should see a slight curve in our lumbar section, the lower back. So the second picture shows that lateral view. We can see that our lumbar spine, which is down here, cervical, lumbar, and into our hips, our lumbar spine is slightly curved from our cervical region. This is a properly aligned spine from a lateral view. Through everyday activities such as work, doing sports, school, exercising, and etc., our bones, joints, and muscles all get misaligned. The discombobulation is the reason that people go and get adjusted. And in other words, they go get their neck, their spine, their hips all realigned to the correct position so that their body can function properly and healthy. Without these adjustments, the workload of normal days can have a lasting effect on our bodies. These adjustments provide us with a greater range of motion and better mobility. In present time, they can reduce immediate pain and inflammation, but in the long run, they can help our vertebrae from deteriorating, which can prevent the onset of things such as osteoporosis and spinal stenosis. Okay, so let's run it back. Chiropractors are here to help us. They're good people. Chiropractors are the most popular and growing source of healthcare, coming before surgery and before prescribed drugs. But the most beneficial aspect that separates them from those two is that the treatment is all natural. We learned just what exactly a chiropractor is and the areas of specialized work that they can perform. I also shared a revealing story demonstrating as evidence how chiropractic care is literally life-changing. Then I walked through what exactly an adjustment is, along with how they are helpful to us and our bodies. With all due respect to doctors and therapists, chiropractic care is looking like the better option of healthcare each and every day. But that's not at all to say that we don't need doctors or therapists and the work that they do, especially in today's world with the pandemic that we